to this one now. But C.J. Stroud and the Texans mount a go-ahead drive. They'll try Mixon inside. Aleem McNeil and DJ Reader. First contact, but a good job by Mixon to bounce off and get 4 yards to the 34.
You know, just one follow-up on Jake Bates. When we were talking to Dan Campbell, he said, you know what? If I put that young man in a position to fail, that's on me.
Yeah.
So he didn't try, despite the fact that he had that huge leg. They didn't try a bunch of really long field goals early on. Apparently now Dan feels like he's ready and delivered. And so far what they've done with him has been a masterclass.
Reaction Stroud on the boot, looking downfield. Nothing open on this side. He gets rid of it. Incomplete with a lot of traffic. Third down.
Well, I'm just going to say that a lot of the success that C.J. Stroud had in the first half was when he got the ball off on time or stepped up and made a play.
Ball out.
Right? I think that he's got to take a little pressure. Don't revert back to feeling like he's got to scramble around. Yes, you do sometimes, but some of those quick darts also can have a major impact on the defense.
3rd and 6. Stroud throws inside, complete to Mechie. Big catch by Mechie. Texans first down at the 43-yard line.
Ogunbowale definitely had the block on that one, but Mike, that right there is what will help this offense more than anything. You know, the pressure was there. They sent a delayed blitz. He didn't try to scramble out of it. And he delivered the big play that they had to have right there.
He's going to try to bounce it. Got off the first tackle. Campbell goes for a ride for a couple of yards. Kirby Nowalski had the initial contact. Mixon limited to just 2 yards there. Still under 2 yards per carry. Remember, the Texans have the guy who's made the most 50-plus yard field goals in the league, and Kaimi Fairbairn. He already has a 56-yarder here tonight. So they're only a couple of first downs away from a shot at a go-ahead field goal.
Clock starts to be a real factor here. This first down is a big one if they can pick it up.
2nd and 8. Tank Dell is the motion man. He's going that way. Dell's got it, and he's got a first down. Good play call to get Dell in motion on the move and get the ball in his hands for the 5th time tonight.
Bobby Slowick, great call right there. Use the motion to the advantage of Dell, a smaller guy. They don't like to see him get jammed off the line of scrimmage. Get him on the outside against Branch, but watch what Dell does. So many receivers catch that ball and sort of drift out of bounds. He turns right upfield at 165 pounds. He used to have to put weights in his pocket just to get legal to play in the league he wanted to play in. Big time play.
So small growing up. Had to fight his way to find a space. And Mixon finding space. That's to the 41, and a field goal from there is 59 yards. So they are right at the edge of Fairbairn's range as we come down to the 2-minute warning.
But man, one more first down. One more, and you control the game at that point. You force the Lions to burn their timeouts. You are in control. Field goal, last play of the game, all that sort of stuff comes into play, but only if you make another first down.
Couple of big first downs on this drive for the Texans. Mixon inside. Stopped after the gain of a yard, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here. Two division leaders, two teams that you'll probably see in the postseason with one of those tense, tight fourth quarters going on here. All tied at 23. It is 3rd down and 4 at the Lions 40. Field goal from here is 58 yards. And Fairbairn has been terrific from 50-plus, so this is a huge play, Chris.
Love to see Stroud out on the edge some way, somehow. Give you a two-way go.
Dario Gumbawale is the back. He stays in. Stroud in trouble. Throws in the middle. Incomplete. Terry and Arnold coming over. Maybe shaken up as he remains down on the turf. As he was flying by to make that play. The Texans and Stroud want a pass interference call. Athletic training staff checking on the Lions rookie. You see, he definitely got it first. Anzalone's in there in front of him. No doubt.
I mean, Terry, that's contact early, isn't it?
It is, Chris. He's playing through the back before the ball is tipped by his teammate, the defender's teammate. So it should have been a foul for defensive pass interference.
Anzalone right in front. So the ball's at the 40. It's incomplete. That'll cost the Lions a timeout because of the injury in the last 2 minutes, even with the clock stopped. Aaron Glenn, former corner in his playing days, Pro Bowler at that, talking to the rookie Arnold. Meantime, from the 40-yard line, it is 4th and 4.
This is almost the game, this kick right here, don't you think?
And here comes Fairbairn and the special teams unit on for a 58-yard field goal attempt.
You make this, you're the hero. You miss it, you turn the ball over to this Lions offense that's been hot at midfield.
Fairbairn missed a 56-yarder against the Jets last week. His 56-yarder earlier, his 11th 50-plus of the season, which ties an NFL record for most 50-plus in 1 year. We're only halfway through.
Lions going for pressure inside here.
Amy Fairbairn for the lead from 58 yards away. It is wide left, not close. The Lions will take over at the 40-yard line. Not the best snap from John Weeks.
You're trying one that long. Almost everything has to go perfectly. A little bit of a high snap, maybe threw the timing off, but man, oh man, oh man. The Detroit Lions now with the ball at the 48-yard line, and they will have a chance to do what the Texans could not. Run out the clock, get a first down, and take care of this game.
D'Amico Ryan's Texans team has not scored in this second half. The Lions have scored all 16 points. And if you go with the reverse of a Jake Bates just made a 58-yarder, they're only a dozen yards from his field goal range. Houston has its full complement of timeouts as well. 1:51 to go. It is Gibbs running inside. They pull at the ball as Gibbs gets the 48-yard line. Timeout Houston. 1:46. Each team will have 2 remaining.
Mike, I'm going to show you why you run away from Penei Sewell. Watch this. He's going to come down here. Watch what he does to the guy that he's blocking. So this gives you all kinds of opportunities for a cutback run. You put somebody on the ground, and that was a fantastic play defensively to come around and make that, because Penei Sewell altered that line of scrimmage.
Remember, one of the best run stoppers inside for the Texans, Foley Fatukasi, is out for the remainder of this game. Lions trying to do something that has not been done since 1970. Down 15 or more in a game where you throw 5 picks or more. Colts did it to the Bears 54 years ago. For the 48, edge run. Gibbs can't get to the outside. He is brought down inbounds, so the clock will continue to run. It was Azeez Al-Shire, who Chris has highlighted, such a huge part of this defense. Timeout taken before 3rd down.
He looks like Usain Bolt out there tonight. I mean, he just flying over here, and we're talking about one of the fastest running backs in all of football, and he's stride for stride with him, going right with him. What a difference he has made defensively tonight for the Texans.
He was with San Francisco when D'Amico Ryans was the defensive coordinator. When D'Amico got this job, it was assumed that Al Shire would come here. Went to Tennessee for a year. When they played against Houston, those guys had their little back and forth. And after a year with the Titans, he's back with the guy who was so important to him. And now, Chris, the Lions face 3rd and 6.
Everything's just flipped.
Yes.
Right here, it just flipped, right? If they don't get this first down, then they're going to have to either make a very difficult decision or punt the football away and give the Texans and C.J. Stroud another shot. Here's the play right here. And typically, Amon-Ra St. Brown's the guy that's involved from here. They have 4 defenders out there on 3 receivers.
Jameson Williams alone on the bottom of the screen, the left side of Goff. Goff sets, throws. It is caught by St. Brown for the first down at the 37-yard line. Shades of the clincher against the Rams in the wild card game in Detroit last year when they have a gotta-have-it moment. It's 16-14.
Watch how patient Amon-Ra St. Brown is. Coming down, just taking his time. He knew what he had to get done. A little late move, create that separation. I tell you, even when it's not pretty for the Detroit Lions, they get back to basics. And when they get back to basics, they started with David Montgomery. They started bringing in Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Penei Sewell takes over up front. That's the basics of what the Detroit Lions do.
C.J. Stroud, after a first half where everything went right, a second half where they could not get any momentum built. And the game's not over by any stretch of the imagination, because this is still a 55-yard field goal with a kicker who's still in his first year in the league. The Lions still have time, but the Texans have lost control of the situation out of timeouts. Jahmyr Gibbs remains the back. Gibbs inside for 2 to the 35. David Montgomery comes on the field with 1:20 left in regulation.
I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but the Detroit Lions, they are grit.
That is grit right there. Right?
They're grit. They are. They're grit. They really are. They had no business being in this game and come out in the second half. Carlton Davis gets a couple of picks. They had an opportunity in the end zone. But Dan Campbell has preached grit since he got here, and we're seeing grit tonight.
Final minute of regulation. David Montgomery now the back. Montgomery inside run. Falling forward, the whistle blew at the 34, so he's not going to get the fall forward yardage to the 32. 3 more seconds of game clock than play clock. So let's see how Dan Campbell manages the time here.
I think you're kicking it when the clock runs down.
Just told the official that he wants the timeout when he wants it. Ball is on the left hash. If they wanted to move hashes from second down to third down, or third down to fourth down instead, they have that option. Timeout taken here with 6 seconds remaining. Campbell's asking the official, why did you stop it there? I think Dan wanted a couple more seconds before the timeout.
Second charge timeout.
All right, so they've got it right now at 4 seconds remaining. Dan said I didn't call timeout.
He'll take 4 seconds, though. You know, sometimes it can play to your advantage if something were to go wrong with the snap, right?
And now the field goal unit will come on for Bates. Back in his hometown area. And he thought his dream of football, which didn't go through that typical Texas high school kid playing on Friday night under the big lights. That wasn't the case. He was a soccer player. Then he was a kickoff specialist at the multiple colleges he went to. Through the UFL, he's kicked in 20 games this year. And now back in his hometown, he's got a 52-yarder for a come-from-behind win for the Agents. For 52 for the win, it is just good! Just inside the upright, Jake Bates, hometown hero, remarkable victory, 19 unanswered points. For the second time in this now 7-game win streak, Bates is the hero, and he does it back in his hometown.
Mike, I'll tell you one thing. It's a good thing they didn't put an extra coat of paint on these uprights, because we have seen them slide by all night long. One more time. What a football game.
Hogan Hatton, the new snapper, perfect. Jake Fox put it down. Won it by that much. Oh my goodness. That was the complete mirror image of the first made extra point. Jared Goff threw 5 picks. But like you said, Chris, if you need a defining win in what the Lions have been the last 4 years, that's it. They should have been blown out of here, but they come back. They don't blink. Goff had a good second half. They scored all 19 in the second half. And D'Amico Ryans of the Texans lost the momentum. C.J. Stroud and company couldn't grab it back at the end. And the Detroit Lions improved to 8-1 with the hero of the moment, Jake Bates. (26-23).